Hello. Just sitting here. There's two guys over there. I've cleaned this place out. Got a lot of food. Got some wine. I'll have one of those. I'll have an apple. And we'll eat a tomato. Just gonna sit here and read a book that I found. Mixed Unit Tactics. Mixed Unit Tactics in the 5 Years' War, Volume 1, by Codus Colonus. The legions could learn from the unconventional tactics used by the Khajiit in the 5 Years' War against Valenwood. I was stationed at the Sphinx Moth Legion Fort on the border near Dune and witnessed many of the northern skirmishes firsthand. The war started with the so-called slaughter of Torval. The Khajiit claimed that the Bosmer invaded the city without provocation and killed over 1,000 citizens before being driven off by reinforcements from a nearby jungle tribe. The Bosmer claimed that the attack was in retaliation for Khajiit bandits who were attacking wood caravans headed for Valenwood. In the spring of 396, the war moved closer to Fort Sphinx Moth. I was posted on lookout and saw parts of the conflict. I later spoke with both Khajiit and Bosmer who fought in the battle, and it will serve as an excellent example of how the Khajiit used a mixture of ground and tree units to win the war. The Khajiit began the fight in an unusual way by sending tree-cutting teams of Cathay Rat and the fearsome Sanch Rat, or battle cats, into outskirts of Valenwood Forest. When word reached the Bosmer that trees were being felled, allegedly a crime in the strange Bosmeri religion, a unit of archers were dispatched from larger conflicts in the south. The Bosmer were thus goaded into splitting their forces into smaller groups. The Bosmer archers took up positions in the remaining trees whose branches were now 20 or more feet apart, allowing some light into the forest floor. The Bosmer bent the remaining trees with their magics into small fortifications from which to fire their bows. When the tree cutters arrived the next morning, a half-dozen Khajiit fell to the Bosmer arrows in the first volley. After that, the Khajiit took large wooden shields from the backs of the Sanch Rat and made a crude shelter. The Khajiit, even the enormous Sanch Rat, were able to hide between the shelter and one of the larger trees. When it became apparent that the Khajiit would not leave their shelter, some Bosmer chose to descend and engage the Khajiit sword to claw. When the Bosmer were nearly upon the shelter, one Khajiit began playing on a native instrument of plucked metal bars. This was a signal of some kind. A small group of man-like ohms and ohms emerged from covered holes on the forest floor. Although outnumbered, they were attacking from behind by surprise and won the ground quickly. The Bosmer archers in the trees would have still won the battle were they not having trouble of their own. A group of Dagi and Dagi Ra, two of the less common forms of Khajiit who live in the trees of the Temmar forest, jumped from one tree to another under a magical covered silence. They took up positions in the higher branches that would not hold the Bosmer's weight. When the signal came, they used their claws and either torches or spells of fire. Accounts from 2 survivors I spoke with vary on this point, to distract the archers while the battle on the ground took place. A few of the archers were able to flee, but most were killed. Apparently the Dagi and Dagi Ra have more magical ability than is widely believed. If they were able to keep themselves magically silenced for so long, one of the surviving Bosmer told me that he saw a few ordinary cats among the Dagi, and even climbed claim that these ordinary cats are known as Afik, and that they were the spellcasters. But Bosmer are almost as unreliable as the Khajiit when it comes to the truth, and I cannot believe that a house cat can cast spells. At the end of the day, the Khajiit lost perhaps a half-dozen fighters out of force of no more than 4 dozen. While the Bosmer lost nearly an entire company of archers. The survivors were unable to report back before a second company of archers arrived, and this strategy was repeated again with similar results. Finally, a much larger force was sent, and the Bosmer won that battle with the help of the native animals of Bannerwood. That third skirmish and the Khajiit response I will discuss in the second volume of the series. Alright, that's a good book. We'll drop it there. Okay, I was just taking a picture there. Okay, I've cleaned it all out. Time to go see what Buddy's doing. Hello.
Seemed a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking hell.
Leave me to my work. A dragon? Please, don't make up nonsense.
Seen it, buddy.
Although, come to think of it, I did hear some odd noises coming from over there.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
You have no authority over me, boy.
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack. Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage.
Don't bother with that. Lost the key ages ago. Poor fellow screamed for weeks.
See if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything we can get.
Sure. Take all my things. Please.
Grab what you can and let's go.
What are you doing, buddy? I don't like you.
Hey, be careful. What's the matter with you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
There's enough of you. Alright, lock picking time. Yeah. Nothing but bones. Uh-oh. Oh, that's easy. Gold. He's a mage. 25 gold. Potion. Good. Ropes. Alright, buddy, you don't need it. bell tone, Sparks. Thank you. Here, we'll give you a friend. My bucket. It's a lot of blood. The Book of the Dragonborn. I'm carrying too much. Ooh, look at her. Ow. No. This guy's difficult.